In last lecture, we discussed examples of vector space. Now, in this lecture, there are some more examples of vector space. So, example number 4 is let V be the set of all order pair x y where x belongs to R and y greater than 0 and binary operation defined as follow. For vector AB plus vector CD gives the vector A plus C and comma BD, and scalar multiplication is defined as alpha multiplied with vector AB gives the vector alpha A comma B raised to alpha. Then our aim is to show that V is vector space with given binary operation. So, to show given set is a vector space, we satisfied all these 10 properties. So, first property is closure property for vector addition. So, consider two vector AB and CD belongs to V. Then A belongs to R from the given set. Here first element is from R and second element is greater than 0. For this vector, first element C belongs to R and second element D greater than 0. Now, addition of these two, A plus C belongs to R, and multiplication of two positive element is again positive. So, BD is greater than 0. So, vector A plus C comma BD belongs to given set V. So, A comma B plus C comma D belongs to V. So, vector addition is closed under given binary operation. Now, second property is commutative property. So, let us consider two vector AB and CD belongs to set V. Then vector addition of these two vector is A plus C, B, D. Now, A plus C can be written as C plus A and BD can be written as DB. So, we get the vector C plus A, D, B. So, this can be written as CD plus vector AB. So, commutative property is also satisfied. Now, third property is associative property. So, consider three vector AB, vector CD and vector EF from the set V. Then, first is addition of vector AB and CD and then add vector EF. So, we get the answer vector A plus C, BD plus vector EF. So, vector A plus C, BD plus vector EF. Now, from the definition of vector addition, A plus C plus E, first element of first vector plus first element of second vector, and the first element of first vector multiplied with the second element of second vector. So, we get the vector A plus C plus E, B, D, F. Now, the multiplication and addition in R is, in real number is associative. So, we get the A plus C plus E and B into D, F. Now, apply the definition of vector addition. We get first element here, first element here, and this is the first coordinate of second vector. So, C plus E. And here second element of second vector. So, D, F. So, we get the answer AB plus CD plus EF. Clear? So, associative property is also satisfied. It is very easy. Now, existence of identity element. Identity element is also called additive identity or a zero vector. So, identity element, zero vector, additive identity all are same. So, we want to find identity element. Now, here our vector addition is given as summation of first coordinate of two vector and multiplication of second coordinate of given two vector. So, how we can find the identity element or a zero element? It is all about practice. As you solve more example, you can easily understand how we consider theta is equal to 0 1. So first of all, for all AB belongs to V, we have a theta is equal to 0, 1 belongs to V, because 0 is belongs to R and 1 greater than 0 satisfy the property of set V. So theta is equal to 0, 1 belongs to V, such that A plus B vector AB plus theta is equal to vector AB plus vector 0, 1 is equal to summation of first coordinate, it is equal to A plus 0, and multiplication of second coordinate is equal to B into 1. So we get the answer AB. So when we add vector theta in any vector of set V, then we get the answer as same vector. So theta is identity element or a zero vector, or we can say additive identity. So identity element is exist. Now fifth property is existence of inverse element, or we can say that existence of additive inverse. Now if we consider AB from vector set V, then A belongs to R and B is greater than 0. Now A belongs to R, so minus A is also belongs to R, and 1 upon B is also greater than 0. So the vector minus A comma 1 upon B belongs to set V. Now if we consider AB belongs to V, then we have minus A comma 1 upon B belongs to V, such that addition of these two vector gives the summation of first coordinate means A plus minus A, and multiplication of second coordinate, so B multiplied with 1 upon B. So we get the answer vector 0, 1, which is our identity element. Hence, for this vector AB is arbitrary. So vector minus A comma 1 upon B is a inverse element of AB. Since vector AB is arbitrary, so inverse element exists for every element in set V. Okay. Now these 5 properties for vector addition. Now the next 5 properties for the scalar multiplication. For that 6 properties, closure property for the scalar multiplication. So consider vector AB from set V and alpha belongs to R. Then from the set V, A is from R and B is greater than 0. Now alpha belongs to R and A belongs to R, so the multiplication alpha is also belongs to R, and B raised to alpha is greater than 0. So the vector alpha A comma B raised to alpha belongs to the set V. And this is the definition of scalar multiplication. So alpha A B belongs to V. So closure property for the scalar multiplication is satisfied. Now 7th is consider two element alpha beta belongs to R and vector u bar is equal to vector AB belongs to V. So alpha beta of u bar is equal to alpha beta of vector AB is equal to alpha. Now the definition of scalar multiplication, how it is defined? Multiplication with first coordinate, so beta of A, and power to the second coordinate, so B raised to beta. So now alpha multiplied with vector beta A, B raised to beta. Now again apply same rule, multiplication with first coordinate, so alpha beta A and raised to power second coordinate, B raised to beta into B raised to beta raised to alpha. So we get the alpha beta of A and B raised to beta alpha. So here it is the multiplication of these two power. So we can write it as a alpha beta of A, alpha beta dot A, and B raised to alpha beta is equal to alpha beta vector AB. Scalar multiplication of alpha beta with vector AB. It is equal to alpha beta of u bar. Now distributivity over vector addition. So consider alpha belongs to R and two vector u bar and v bar, which is equal to vector AB and vector CD respectively from the set V. Now alpha u bar plus v bar is equal to alpha vector AB plus vector CD. Now the vector addition defined as addition of first coordinate, so it is A plus C, and multiplication of second coordinates, it is equal to BD. Now the scalar multiplication defined as multiplied with the first coordinate, so alpha A plus C, and it gives it raised to the power on the second coordinate, so BD raised to alpha. So this is equal to alpha A plus alpha C, B raised to alpha, D raised to alpha. Now again first coordinate is here and first coordinate is here. So alpha A, we get the vector alpha A comma B raised to alpha and alpha C comma D raised to alpha from the definition of vector addition. Now this is again the scalar multiplication of alpha with vector AB, and this is scalar multiplication of alpha with vector CD. So this is equal to alpha of u bar plus alpha of v bar. So distributivity over vector addition is also satisfied. Now distributivity over scalar addition. For that consider two element alpha beta belongs to R and vector u bar is equal to AB belongs to V. Now alpha bar plus beta of u bar, beta dot u bar. This is the scalar multiplication of alpha beta with vector u bar. So u bar is equal to A vector AB. So scalar multiplication, how it is defined? Multiplication with first element and power of second element. So alpha plus beta A and B raised to alpha beta. This can be written as alpha A plus beta A comma B raised to alpha B raised to beta. This is equal to alpha A B raised to alpha and beta A B raised to beta from the vector addition. So now this is the scalar multiplication of alpha with vector AB. This is the scalar multiplication of beta with vector AB. So we get alpha vector alpha dot vector AB and beta dot vector AB is equal to alpha of u bar plus alpha beta of u bar. So distributivity over scalar addition is also satisfied. Now if we consider last properties, consider any vector u bar is equal to, here it is equal to, not a subset, okay, is equal to vector AB from set V and 1 belongs to R. Then 1 dot u bar is equal to 1 dot AB. Now scalar multiplication is multiplied with first element and power to the second element. So this is equal to 1 dot A is equal to A and B raised to 1 is equal to B. This we get the same answer u bar. So all the properties for the vector space are satisfied. So V is the vector space with given binary operation. If we change the binary operation, then it may be possible that V is not a vector space. So this is the fourth example is completed. Now our example number 5 is to check whether V is a vector space or not. First of all, in this example we don't try to prove V is a vector space. We first try to find any property which is not satisfied by given binary operation. Sometimes it is possible all the properties are satisfied and only one property is not satisfied. Then given set V is not a vector space with V given binary operation. So in such type of question, first we try to find at least one property which is not satisfied by given binary operation. So here the set V is set of all order pair AB, where AB belongs to R, and binary operation are defined as follow: AB plus vector CD is equal to 0, B plus D, and scalar multiplication defined as alpha dot vector AB is equal to alpha A alpha B. Now here given set V with given binary operation is not a vector space, because here in vector addition the first coordinate will become 0. So there does not exist any identity element. So here V is not vector space because additive identity, it is also called identity element or a zero element, does not exist. If we consider any vector, so y does not exist, because if we consider any vector from the set V, there does not exist any theta is equal to vector xy belongs to V such that a plus vector ab plus theta is equal to ab, because when we get the vector addition of these two vector ab plus xy, the first coordinate will become 0. So that does not give, this is does not equal to vector ab. If we consider a non-zero, then these both are not same. So the identity element for this binary operation does not exist. So V is not vector space with given binary operation. Now example number 6. Let Rn be the set of all ordered n tuple of real number. In set, it set from Rn written as follow. Rn is equal to set of all ordered n tuple where x1, x2 up to xn belongs to R. Now this n tuple is also called n vector. So define addition, scalar multiplication and equality in Rn as a follow. If we consider n is equal to 3, then we get the R3 space. If n is equal to 4, then we get R4 space. If n is equal to 2, then we get R2 space. This is the plane. Okay, R3 is our 3-dimensional space. Okay. So if we consider two vector u bar v bar from Rn, where u bar is equal to x1, x2, xn, y1, y2, yn, these are two vectors from Rn, then addition of these two vector is defined as addition of corresponding coordinates. So x1 is x1 added with y1, x2 plus y2 and so on, xn plus yn. And scalar multiplication is defined as alpha dot u bar is equal to alpha of x1, alpha x2 up to alpha xn. Now when u bar is equal to v bar, means these two vectors are equal if and only if each coordinates are equal. This means xi is equal to yi for all I running from 1 to n. Now our aim is to prove Rn is a vector space with given binary operation. Now here this binary operation defined above is called usual vector addition and scalar multiplication. So it can be also possible to say that so that Rn is a vector space with usual vector addition and scalar multiplication. So our aim is to prove Rn is a vector space. So we start with the closure property for the vector addition. So that let's consider two vector u bar and v bar from Rn. So now u bar, each element, each coordinate xi from R and each coordinate yi from R. So xi plus yi is also belongs to R for all I running from 1 to n. Okay. So this vector x1 plus y1, x2 plus y2, xn plus yn is also belongs to Rn. So this is the vector addition of u bar plus v bar is belongs to Rn. So closure property is satisfied. Now second is commutative property. For that consider two vector u bar and v bar belongs to Rn. Now u bar plus v bar is equal to vector x1 plus y1, x2 plus y2, so on xn plus yn. This can be written as y1 plus x1, y2 plus x2 up to yn plus xn. Now again the vector addition, we get y1 comma y2 comma yn plus vector x1 comma x2 comma xn. This is equal to v bar, this is equal to u bar. So u bar plus v bar is equal to v bar plus u bar. So commutative property is also satisfied. Now third is associative property. This is very easy. So let us consider three vectors u bar, v bar and w bar, where w bar is equal to z1, z2 up to zn from the set Rn. Now first of all we consider the addition of u bar plus v bar, then we add w bar. So addition of u bar plus v bar is equal to x1 y1 vector x2 y2 up to xn yn. Now we add w bar, this is z1 comma z2 comma zn, so that we get the vector x1 plus y1 plus z1, x2 plus y2 plus z2, xn plus yn plus zn. Now the addition is associative in Rn. Not in Rn but in addition is associative in R. So u bar plus v bar plus w bar we can be written as x1 plus y1 plus z1, x2 plus y2 plus z2, xn plus yn plus zn. So now again the definition of vector addition, we get x1 comma x2 up to xn plus these elements y1 plus z1, y2 plus z2, yn plus zn. This is the addition of vector v bar plus v bar and w bar. So this is the vector u bar plus this is the vector v bar plus w bar. So u bar plus v bar plus w bar is equal to u bar plus v bar plus w bar. Hence the associative property is also satisfied. Now fourth is the existence of additive identity or a identity element or a zero element. So for all vector u bar from in Rn x1 x2 xn, we have vector 0 bar is equal to 0 0 0. All the coordinate of vector 0 bar is 0. It is also belongs to Rn. Now when we add 0 bar into u bar plus 0 bar, we get the answer u bar. So for any u bar belongs to Rn, we have a vector 0 bar in Rn such that u bar plus 0 bar is again 0 bar. Okay, so 0 bar is additive identity, means 0 vector. This is called the 0 vector is a additive identity. Now fifth property is existence of additive inverse. For that consider the vector u bar belongs to Rn. Now each x1, x2, xn is from Rn, so minus of x1, minus of x2, minus of xn is also from Rn. So minus of u bar is equal to minus of x1, minus of x2, minus of xn belongs to Rn. Now when we take the vector addition of this u bar and minus of u bar, then we get the vector 0 vector, because x1 minus x1 is equal to 0, x2 minus x2 is equal to 0, and xn minus xn is also equal to 0. So vector addition of u bar plus minus u bar is equal to 0 vector. Hence minus of u bar is additive inverse of u bar. Since u bar is arbitrary, hence additive inverse exists for every element in Rn. This 5 property is for vector addition. Now the next 5 properties for scalar multiplication. So first is the closure property for the scalar multiplication. Okay, so when we consider vector u bar belongs to Rn and alpha belongs to R. Now each xi is from R and alpha belongs to R. Now the multiplication of two real number is again a real number, so alpha xi belongs to R for all I running from 1 to n. So alpha x1, alpha x2 up to alpha xn, this vector is also from Rn. So this is the scalar multiplication of alpha with vector u bar. So alpha u bar belongs to Rn. So closure property for the scalar multiplication is also satisfied. Now seventh is, let alpha beta belongs to R and vector u bar belongs to Rn. Now alpha, scalar multiplication of alpha with beta u bar, now is equal to alpha beta of x1 x2 up to xn. Alpha scalar multiplied with, now scalar multiplication of beta with u bar gives beta of x1, beta of x2, beta of xn. This is equal to this multiplied inside alpha beta of x1, alpha beta x2, alpha beta xn. This is equal to alpha beta x1, alpha beta x2 and alpha beta xn. This now again apply the definition of scalar multiplication. So alpha beta scalar multiplied with vector x1 x2 xn. This is equal to alpha beta vector u bar. So alpha beta of u bar, we get the answer alpha beta scalar multiplied with u bar. Eighth property is distributivity over vector addition. So let us consider alpha belongs to R and two vector u bar and v bar belongs to Rn. Now alpha u bar plus v bar is equal to alpha. Now the vector addition is x1 y1, x2 y2 and xn y1, and scalar multiplication gives alpha x1 plus y1, alpha x2 plus y2 and alpha xn plus yn. Now simply multiplied, we get the alpha x1 plus alpha y1, comma alpha x2 plus alpha y2 and alpha xn plus alpha yn. So alpha u bar plus v bar is equal to alpha x1, comma alpha x2 up to alpha xn and plus vector alpha y1, alpha y2 and alpha yn. This is the scalar multiplication of alpha with x1, vector x1, x2, xn, and this is scalar multiplication of alpha with vector y1, y2 and yn. This is equal to alpha u bar plus alpha v bar. So alpha u bar plus v bar is equal to alpha u bar plus alpha v bar. So distributivity over vector addition is satisfied. Now the distributivity over scalar addition. For that, consider two element alpha beta belongs to R. We can say alpha and beta scalar and vector u bar from Rn. Now alpha plus beta scalar multiplied with u bar. So alpha plus beta multiplied with vector x1, x2, xn. This gives alpha plus beta x1, vector alpha plus beta x2 up to alpha plus beta xn. Now the simply multiplication alpha x1 plus beta x1, alpha x2 plus beta x2 up to so on alpha xn plus beta xn. So now again from this we get the vector addition of these two vectors. So alpha x1, alpha x2 and alpha xn, vector addition with beta x1, beta x2, beta xn. Now this is the scalar multiplication of alpha with u bar and this is the scalar multiplication of beta with u bar. So we get alpha plus beta of u bar is equal to alpha u bar plus beta u bar. Hence distributivity over scalar addition is also satisfied. Now last property is, consider any vector u bar from Rn and 1 belongs to R. Then 1 dot u bar is equal to 1 multiplied with vector x1, x2, xn. We get the same answer x1, x2 and xn, which is equal to u bar. For any vector u bar belongs to Rn, 1 dot u bar is equal to u bar. So this property is also satisfied. Hence all properties for the vector space is satisfied. So Rn is the vector space with usual addition and scalar multiplication. So these two lectures are for the examples of vector space. Now in the next lecture we will see some properties of vector space. Okay, so I will suggest you to do this example at yourself. practice is required. Okay, thank you.